2 years ago, I lost everything I'd poured into a build. The Convair B-58. Today, I'm back on the flight line with another Convair Delta, and I'm telling myself, whatever happens up there, I'm going to be okay with it. I almost believed it. This is a CenturyJet Models F-106 Delta Dart, 1/10 scale, all composite. 2 episodes ago, it was a pile of parts with no instructions and no plans. 6 months of building later, she's about to fly for the first time. She wasn't supposed to look like this. The plan was primer gray, functional, no frills, just get her to the EDF Jet Jam and fly her for the first time. But somewhere between episode 2 and the event, one thing led to another. Orange accents for visibility, then stars and bars, an RC Geek tail flash, and then mad props. Graffiti nose art on the nose of a Cold War Interceptor, an angry warbird with something to prove. And honestly, it felt right. Enter the EDF Jet Jam, one of the premier RC jet events in the country and probably one of the largest gatherings of EDF jets in the world. A field full of passionate RC jet enthusiasts from all over the country. And this particular weekend was busier than most. Motion RC was there announcing the brand new F-35C model, and I was right in the middle of it, running demos, answering questions, managing the excitement around the newer plane all day long. And then, after hours, quietly, on the side of all of that, a 15-year-old airframe was about to fly for the first time. We're gonna get her ready, see how she does. If you've followed this series, you know what it took to get here, and you know about the B-58. That Convair Delta never really got its moment. Standing here at the EDF Jet Jam with another Convair Delta, different airplane, same lineage, it means something I wasn't fully prepared for. Here comes John. John was my spotter today, the same friend who helped design this kit 15 years ago, who came to my shop twice to help with the build to keep us both motivated. And I'm standing here trying as hard as I can to feel nothing, because the last time I cared this much about a flight, you know how that ended. All right guys, I think it's time we'll take it out to the flight line. And everything's spec'd out. We worked with John, checked against his airplane he's got here, so let's get her flown. Everything checked out, gear cycling was clean, range check solid. No excuses left. It was time. All right, here we go, taking off. And just like that, she was flying. A little hot on the elevator, so.
You go to mid.
Yep, I'm in mid now, so. The roll's a little hot still, but I can't go any better than that, so. Kind of thankful for that orange. All right, going to low rate elevator. There we go. It's a little bit better on the trim.
Are you having to hold top rudder in the turn?
I'm not giving it any rudder now.
Make sure you've got the rudder trim, because if it climbs on its own, we don't have the rudder trimmed.
Okay. Fair. I need some expo on that elevator.
I see the airframe load and unload.
I can.
Ours does that too, but I've got 30% expo and high rate.
I feel like the rudder is pretty good. That was me in the elevator, so. Yeah, it needs expo.
Yeah. Like I said, we're running 10 and low and 30 and high.
Okay.
So next flight, try how we have ours set up. You might like it. If you don't, you can change it. Yeah. At that speed, don't be surprised if the aileron stopped working.
When it's slow.
Yeah, because you're bobbing from the roll for pitch.
Which way is the wind going? from the right?
It's still about dead cross.
Okay. I'm gonna
taking a look at your timer.
Yep.
I can't see it.
I'm gonna come around and drop the gear, and then I got about 40 seconds. So do a gear pass. We got 3. That's good. Nope.
Yay!
Damn, son! Oh, man. We did it. We did it.
You wanna go to my house and paint it?
Yeah. Time to paint. Let's paint. The Delta Wing loaded up immediately. The authority was there from the first turn. Efficient, quick, responsive. Everything that it was said it should be. For a few minutes up there, it wasn't an RC model anymore. It was just an F-106 Delta Dart doing what Delta Darts do. And when she landed, the crowd applauded. I wasn't ready for that either.
Woo! Yay!
Damn, son! But the maiden landing taught me something, and it wasn't pretty. Speed brakes, wheel brakes, nose steering, all at once, all on the left hand. All for the first time. I got overloaded trying to manage all of that, and she drifted gently off the runway. She was fine, not a scratch, but I stood there looking at her and I thought, okay, now we know, now we learn. That's what maiden flights are for. You don't get everything right the first time, you get it right by learning and adjusting for the next flight. And then John walked over.
Thank you. It was fun.
Thanks. So after the maiden, John came up to me and he handed me something. This is a patch from the F-106 Delta Dart Association. It was sent to him by one of the co-founders because he wanted it to go to a new F-106 driver. And so think about that. The men who flew the world's fastest Interceptor, they wanted this patch to find somebody keeping that legacy alive. It found its way to a field in Indiana, to a 15-year-old airframe that no one ever thought would actually fly, to a guy who was trying his best not to care in that moment. And so I've been thinking about that a lot since I got home. 2 years ago, a Convair Delta broke my heart. And now, different airplane, same lineage, same hands, she's flying. And John was standing there handing me a patch that said, that's enough. You flew her, you earned it. I'd been trying to stay emotionally detached since Thursday, standing on that flight line, trying to protect myself, trying not to care too much, but this patch, this ended all of that. And something shifted in me right there on that flight line. Something finally settled. I had more flights ahead of me and I knew no matter what happened, the airplane was gonna be okay. And more importantly, so was I. Friday, I flew her twice, each flight better than the last. She was getting dialed in, and by Friday evening, I knew Saturday was going to be something special. We had a plan.
Oh, I like it. Look at it. Skipping. Work it. Work it. Oh.
There's not a lot of space in that fuselage. It's so long and skinny, like a pencil.
Hey. Keep it PG.
This is a family channel. John had his own F-106 Delta Dart. The guy who had helped design this kit 15 years ago, standing on the same flight line, ready to fly his alongside mine. 2 F-106 Delta Darts in the air together. That was the plan. And then this happened. On takeoff roll, his fan let go. John has been a part of this build from day one. He helped design this kit 15 years ago. He came to my shop and gave up his weekends to help me get her flying. He spotted my Maiden, he handed me that patch, and on Saturday morning, he was supposed to finally fly his F-106 alongside mine. That moment was taken away from him in half a second on the takeoff roll. It was light damage, but he didn't get to fly, and that stung for both of us. But John being John, he was already thinking about the fix before the dust settled. That's the kind of guy he is, and when both of these darts are finished and flying together, we're going to be there with cameras rolling. That story isn't finished yet, not even close. So I flew alone, one F-106 instead of two, but I flew. And what happened on that fourth flight, I genuinely wasn't ready for it. Everything was locked in. The gear, the rates, the response, all of it. She wasn't just flying anymore, she was performing. Fast when I wanted fast, slow when I wanted slow, authoritative and graceful at the same time. This is what the F-106 Delta Dart was built to feel like. And for a few minutes in front of a crowd that understood exactly what they were watching, I felt every single one of those 15 years, every constraint, every solution, every moment John showed up and helped me move this thing forward. All of it right there in that flight. And then the landing, nose held high, rolling out clean. She touched down like she'd been doing that her whole life. That wheelie landing told me everything I needed to know. It's time to finish her. John didn't get to fly his F-106 this weekend, but he will. And when both of these darts are finished, mine fully painted, fully dressed, flying together with his the way they were always meant to, we are going to be there. That story isn't written yet, but this chapter felt pretty good. Next up, we start painting. And if you know this channel, you know that's where things get really interesting. Because when she's finished, she won't just be any F-106 Delta Dart. On December 15th, 1959, an F-106 set the world absolute speed record for a single-engine combat aircraft, a record that still stands today. And the next time you see this airplane, she's going to wear that exact paint scheme. If this build has inspired you and you want to follow it all the way to the finish line, the painting, the finishing, the full FAI world speed record scheme, join the YouTube members community. There's a link below and you'll get access to every behind the scenes masterclass episode where I document this build in real time. The techniques, the decisions, everything that doesn't make it to the main channel. And if you want the complete finishing system I use on every competition level build, the exact same process that's going on this airplane next, grab the book bundle at artofscalemodeling.com. 2 books, the 5-step method, everything you need to take your models to the next level. Until then, I'll see you at the field.